Yo, what's up, y'all? So, man, where do you even start with this one? I'm hearing noises in the background, so it might not even be a good time. But I don't know. I don't know what to talk about. I do know what to talk about, but I don't know like how to get there. I'm gonna get close. So, I guess I don't know. I guess I want to talk about like what happens when you stop listening to yourself, and what happens when you start doing it again. Kind of. I guess. I don't know. I've been okay. So over the past well, it's been a couple 3 months. It's November, August, September, October, November. Yeah, it's been 3 months. Okay, so I'm so sorry, y'all. My fucking sense of time. Okay, so it's been 3 months since I fucking moved out, right? I was before I moved out, I was already kind of feeling like very I guess spiritual, if that makes sense. I was already feeling like very I don't know, I felt free. I felt love. I felt oneness. I felt whole. I felt like I knew who I was and I felt like I could trust myself and I could see myself and everything else. I was in touch with the self. For any of y'all that know what I'm talking about with that. I was in touch with seeing the self in everything else. So weird, right? I felt like I had such a strong connection to this. I felt like it was part of me. I felt like it was like something that could never be touched by another human. It was like truth. It was stuff that I just fucking knew. Because I had seen it, right? I had seen it. I feel it. I experienced it every day. You know? I felt its effects every fucking day. There was no belief with it. It just was. I saw it and then it was there. Right? And what I'm talking about is like spirit, the self, Brahma, fucking. I saw like the itness and everything. I saw I don't know. God, words are so imprecise. Um, yeah. So I saw all that stuff, right? I felt it. It was in my consciousness, everywhere. And it was the weirdest thing, right? It was the weirdest thing. I felt it so deep. I felt like I knew it intimately. I felt like I knew spirit intimately, and I felt like I knew life intimately. I kind of, I didn't think I had it all figured out, but I felt like I was equipped to deal with anything that life had to throw at me. I felt like I was good, you know? I felt like with the feeling that I had, with this connection to everything. Not to downplay what it was, because I think it was that, but I felt like I was unstoppable, kind of. I felt, well, not like I was unstoppable. I felt like my spirit was unstoppable. I felt like if somebody wanted to, stop me in the street and stab me, or if somebody just fucking shot me randomly, it would be fine. Like, it's cool. Do what you want. Do what you want to me. You want to fucking create negative karma and hurt me, I, I'm not in control of you, you know? You do what you gotta. It's all good. And it's the weirdest thing, y'all. I felt that feeling so deeply. I moved out. I was living with my parents still, right? I I had discovered all of this shit still living at my parents' house, you know? Just from meditation and acid and fucking self reflection and introspection and talking to myself and all that shit. Yeah, I know. Yoga. Fucking. That shit. It was in my parents' house. And I was still in my parents' house when I decided to move out, obviously. And I have this feeling equipped with me. And so I venture out, right? I venture out into the world. I move out into this nice little place in Kent, Ohio. probably shouldn't have said that. But a beautiful, lovely Kent, Ohio. And for the first little bit, it was fucking cool. It was really cool. It was like something that I had wanted so bad, and something that like I wanted to have for myself, Like having moved out, having done it, having become your own person. Shit. That stuff. A little bit superficial maybe, but I didn't want to be that person that still lived with her parents at 23. I was 23 at the time. I just turned 24. But at 23. And like in retrospect, that's not too old. It's not too old. It's pretty old, but it's not too old. Nothing wrong with that. But I just felt this in me. I felt like I needed to get separation. I felt like I needed just like space to breathe. And so I move out, right? I move out. And over the next, I'd say 2 months after that, the first month I moved out, fine. It was fine. It was fine. It was actually really cool. It felt like how I expected it to. It felt really like me, like just everything that I had with me already, me, plus all this other stuff, plus new stuff. It was like I had my cake, and I was also eating it. Maybe that's a bad analogy, but like that, I had my cake and I was eating it too. And yeah, I kind of got derailed there for a second. I think it's because I fucking saw my hair and fixed it. I shouldn't pay attention to that. But yeah, I'm trying to make this super conversational, kind of. A bitch is lonely. You're my only friends. I'm kidding. But fucking. But. Oh, pray for me, y'all. Okay. So, anyways, back on topic. I move out. A month in. I start to notice like some changes, right? I start to notice like some changes in my own consciousness, like in my own perception and in my own like input of reality. I started being unable to like have contact with who I had become accustomed with myself being. Like it was like I would go inside my head to like see how I felt about stuff, and I would find out that I either had no opinion or like it was just like this like really hate-filled like shitty take. You know what I mean? Like I felt like I had no love inside of my head. I felt like in my consciousness there was no love. It was terrible. And it's so weird. Over like the course of 2 months, I watched my entire like inner world that I had assembled, my entire like being just like get kind of mushed and kind of like crushed and like dispersed and spread to the point where like I couldn't remember what it was to be a self. Like it was like when I thought of myself, it was like, oh well, I'm a thing, but like sometimes I do this, sometimes I'm a person who does this, sometimes I'm a person who does this, sometimes I'm a person who does this, but I'm not actually any of those things. I'm just right now, I'm just like what I am right now. And that's true, that's true. But it's also not true, because I'm also that person that did all the things before and led up to now. All there is to pay attention to really is right now. But it's not good if you live life and then don't, like, accept that you lived that life every day. You know what I mean? Like, you can't take it away from yourself. It's so weird. Over time, I kind of realized that, like, my number one enemy, like, wasn't anything else. It wasn't, like, anything on the external world. It was like inside my head I had just started doubting everything that I had already known. You know what I mean? Maybe not. I started like doubting everything. I'm trans, right? I'm trans, and I started doubting even stuff like that. I started doubting the fundamentals of who I am, what I believe. I doubted I doubted faith, I doubted spirit, I doubted everything. I doubted it all. It wasn't even just like a doubt. Like, I decided it was all bullshit. It was like, yeah, I believed it. I believed it, but I can't feel it right now. So that must mean stupid shit. Stupid shit. I understand where I was coming from. I have empathy for my past self with that one. Because, like, I couldn't feel it. And you know what? Like, that does mean something. But I don't think it meant what I thought it meant. But, I guess the reason I'm making this to talk to y'all is if any of y'all have had a spiritual awakening, if any of y'all have had a spiritual awakening, that's what I'm gonna say, a spiritual awakening, in the last 2 years or so, recently, if any of y'all have had a spiritual awakening, and you felt great progress after that happened, right, and then, like, some giant crash, like what you would feel like is a good ways into the progress, like into the growth cycle, it doesn't I want to reassure y'all that it doesn't mean that your spirituality is gone. It doesn't mean that what you've already done is gone. It doesn't mean that the love is gone. It doesn't mean that spirit's gone. It doesn't mean that like people are gone. It doesn't mean that anything is gone. Just because you can't feel something, just because it's not there right now, does not mean it's not there. Does not mean any of those things. I think there is this required element of faith to life. Like, we gotta kind of just, like, I don't know, rely on goodness, rely on its love. Like, the thing that we have to have faith in is love. And it's tough, especially for all of y'all that have been hurt really bad, just like I have, in the love department especially. Is there any other way to really get hurt, Like, physically, okay, but, like, have your heart broken, and then tell me how bad a fucking broken toe is or something, because I've had that too. Like, it's bad. But yeah, broken hearts are no fun, man. I don't know. I guess I made this. Why did I make this video? I wanted to just like talk about like, I don't know, the dichotomy between like you can be feeling like such a soul. You could be feeling like you're looking around and everything's all glistening and fractaline and like beautiful and like deep and like pointy and edgy and sharp. You could be looking around and the whole world is just like staggering and like everybody is beautiful and you love everybody. It could be a random person on the street and it's like you look at them and you're just like, oh my god, look at you, like you're me, and you're doing it, and look at you fucking go. It's beautiful. Fucking keep it up. Godspeed. You could feel like that. You could feel like that, and then within 2 months, go from that to, I hate everybody. Everyone is a monster. Everyone's out there to hurt me. There's nobody good. There's nothing good about reality. You can go from those two extremes. Loving everything there is about life to love. Seeing it. Knowing that there's still the yin, knowing that there's still the black, but being not only okay with it, but loving that that's how it is. Loving that that's the setup. You can go from being in that kind of state to being this just like sobbing baby, this like pathetic little thing that's just like clinging to fragments of your past, that's just like clinging to like flashes of images of who you imagined you were when you were really feeling good. Both of those things are me, both of those types of people are me. But I can kind of feel the spirit, the sense of spirit coming back. Kind of like how it was before I moved out. I can feel it coming back. It's a slow fucking thing. It's a slow process. It's not an easy thing to sense, I swear. It's amorphous. It's just consciousness. Like it's just like identifying with your capacity to be aware. But once you do that, like it entails so much with it. Like there's no way to describe it, y'all. There's no way to describe it. But for those of y'all that are on some kind of spiritual path, that are, trying to grow, trying to better themselves, trying to become the fullest version of themselves that their willpower has the ability to manifest. Trying to fucking do it, man. To reach Buddhahood. Whatever. To reach fucking Christhood. I don't know. Prophethood? Dude, I don't know. But fucking, any of y'all that are trying to approach divinity, approach. Because obviously none of us can get it in a human form. That's only for the Brahman. But for any of y'all that are doing that, well, fucking stick at it. Fucking keep doing it, dude. Whatever you were doing that got you there, whatever you were doing that woke you up, keep doing it. Keep being yourself. Keep listening to yourself. Keep at it. It's hard. Oh my god, is it hard? Sometimes you can be asked to do things like maintain what you know when there is not a drop of evidence to reinforce it in front of you, as far as your consciousness can see, can observe. If you know that it's done good things for you in the past, return to home base, reanalyze, find out why you believed it in the first place. That's where you gotta go. Once you do that, it's almost like going down the same path again. It's almost like going down that awakening again. It happens like faster. It's like reading the same book twice. You don't need to sit there and soak in each fucking word because you kind of can expect what the next step is, you know what I mean? Because you've read it. So it's a lot more like abbreviated the second time around, I will say. But no less easy. Or no less difficult, I guess. Well, yeah. For any of y'all that are on your spiritual path, keep at it. Even when it seems impossible, even when it seems insurmountable, and even when it seems like what you've been doing has been a deception, a lie, deluding yourself, whatever. Whatever, you know. You know what it actually is. You know why you're doing it. You know what spirit is. And you know why you gotta keep going. So keep at it. The whole world is counting on you. It is. And we all have our part to play. And none of us know what it is. And none of us know what the impact is going to be. But we all have our part to play. So be present for it. Do the work. Om Namah Shivaya. Namaste, y'all. Namaste. Keep at it. Be yourself. Listen to yourself. And what you are is consciousness. Not a body. Not material. You are not material. Well, you are. But you're more than that, too. You're both. Remember that. Remember that we're more than just material. Think about it. And for all of y'all that know that to their core, I hope you can feel my consciousness in the web. I'm here with y'all. I'm here with y'all. And I love all of you. I love the self. I love the self that's in all of us. And I love all of you. I am all of you. And you all are me. And we're here together. Doing it. Vibing. Out here. Chilling and shit. I'm here with y'all. And if you can't feel the rest of us right now, person watching this, if you can't feel the rest of us, we're still there with you. We're still there. We're waiting. And we're patient. We've all been that person that can't feel it when we used to be able to. It doesn't mean you've done something horrific. It doesn't mean that you've lost it. It just means that for whatever karmic reasons, it's in your cards to have it blocked from your consciousness at the moment. I'm sure it's teaching you something. I'm sure you know that too. So learn the lesson. Take it in deep. And it'll come back. Have some faith. Faith and love, yo. Namah Shivaya, namaste. Baba booey. See y'all next time.